A gecko? Seriously, today we are reviewing a gecko. Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. It's McNulty here. Today we are back in the Goblins portal, and it looks like we have a frosty looking gecko, and he is our newest hero from the portal. So of course we have to have a closer look at this dude, figure out what he is all about, and see whether he can compete with the likes of this dude, the incredibly handsome looking Fergus, who was actually featured in the last summon, and I didn't have any cooking clue as to the fact that they'd switched his passive around, so I do apologize for that again in advance. Though he is the only one with the guard rally at the moment that actually removes all growth effects from all enemies, so that is super duper strong for him. So we'll see whether we get more of the same with Frostsnout. So he's an interesting looking little character. Of course, he is going to be of the Garrison guard family as well, so he gets the same bonus where he starts with the recruit guard mega minion. It's pretty strong, but it doesn't have that much HP, and we are seeing some strong counters for minions and mega minions at the moment, so beware. Passive, we've got resistance against mana reduction, so again, super strong innate resistance against mana reduction, so you cannot, whatever you do, you cannot reduce this guy's mana, whether it's with minions or whether it's with mana cuts or anything like that. It is a very, very strong passive, so not to be underestimated. And now let's look at his guard rally. So we are back to the norm. It looks like with Frostsnout, every 4 turns removes all wither effects from all allies. So we've seen it before. It's still a very strong effect. He removes all wither effects. So far, pretty decent. I really do like the passives quite a lot more than the family bonus for these guys. He gets the regen on the ether talent, which I'm not too stoked about. So at the start of battle, he'll regenerate 420 over 6 turns. It's not very much regeneration, and it's not going to get you out of a sticky situation. So let's have a look at stats. 1148 is pretty damn high. So attack stat 1157, defense 1153, and health 2115. So really super balanced stats across the board, and very, very strong and survivable, despite the fact that he looks like I said, a little gecko, and you could just literally squash him with a cup or some other blunt device. So his special skill is called Raising Morale. It's running at fast speed, which is nice to see. So at fast speed, he's going to be dealing 380% damage to the target and nearby enemies. That's a pretty good hit at fast speed. He reduces the duration of the caster and nearby allies' active status elements by 2 turns. Okay, so he doesn't cleanse the status element, he reduces the active status element by 2 turns. And we've seen this before. The duration effects, both cleansable and uncleansable. Oh, sorry, I stand to be corrected. So it affects uncleansable effects as well. Okay, so that is something unique. But then I'm trying to think, how many uncleansable status ailments are there? There's not that many, really, surely. So if the duration of any effects reduced to 0, the effect is considered as having expired naturally. So you do get the benefit of being able to reduce the duration on uncleansable effects, but that's a very, very niche effect. So to be honest, I'd rather have a cleanse. Just cleanse all effects that are otherwise uncleansable or something like that. But that's the way he is at the moment. He reduces the turn duration by 2 turns. So if you got 3 turns, it'll only be 1 turn, etc. And then the caster and the nearby allies get plus 40% critical chance for 3 turns. That's a decent one. So you're going to be increasing critical chance by 40% for the caster and nearby. So he could be a good hero against Titans. You know, tile damage is not really used that much elsewhere in terms of raids and wars. So I think he's more going to be using that against Titans, but it will still come into effect. It will still boost the tile damage and the critical chance, so the chance to deal double damage by 40%. Do I think this guy is a better hero than the other featured hero? No, absolutely not. He's just not as good. The damage is nice, don't get me wrong. 380% at fast speed is pretty huge, and the duration reduction of the status elements is pretty cool as well. But it's all pretty there or thereabouts. It's not mind-boggling or mind-blowing. Don't get me wrong, I don't think he's a bad hero, but I do think that he's lacking a little bit in terms of the other heroes that we've got in this portal. So having said that, I probably would want Fergus over him, even though he's running at slow speed. It's just that uniqueness of the guard rally that removes growth effects. And the mana reduction, everything else that he's got going on is quite interesting. He's a very tricky to play around defensive hero. So yeah, having said that though, of course, I will open it up to the floor. Please do let me know in the comments what you guys think about Frostsnout. Let me know if any of you are lucky enough to grab this little gecko from the portal, and if you think that, or if you start using him and then you suddenly find something that is absolutely incredible that I've missed. So please do let me know in the comments what you think about this little guy. Drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys have not subscribed already. Share it with your mother, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.